Roadworm.
Hey guys, guess what? I'm moving to New Zealand. Shh. Oh. Okay, well, what are you watching?
We're watching Deep Red.
I'm sold.
Yeah. Un film di Dario Argento.
Turn it up.
Is that Justin Trudeau in the sax?
All these animals, and many, many others, use telepathy.
Is this gonna turn into Scanners? You know, where that guy's head blows up?
But it's all right now. I'm scared.
Helga, it's all right. It's all right.
We must hide everything.
Okay, well, obviously the guy getting up and leaving is the killer.
Saw?
I was thinking the same thing.
Is that where we're heading?
We just wander onto the set of Saw.
This is part of the music video, too. Number 1 for 3 Saturdays in a row. Oh, here we go. Buffalo Bill is back.
Ted Levine shows up.
Our Deep Red. Oh!
Starts disco dancing with works his way over the table.
I want to see that movie.
Yeah.
That
looks like a painting.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams?
Yeah. Isn't that in New York City, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Italian version.
Yeah, that looks so out of place in that street.
112.
It's just a typical, like, Italian ripoff of the time.
We're calling it Blue Bar.
Oh no.
You're not gonna make it, bro.
That's his one through the glass, eh? He loves putting people through glass.
Just gonna put some of this cocaine on here. Does it?
You dusting for Prince? No, man, that's my blow. I always wanted to do it off the phone.
Yeah. I'm not even with the criminology team. I'm the neighbor.
Captain? Yeah.
Oh, he's handing cups out.
I didn't say that was the murderer's raincoat. All I said was that I saw a man in a...
He's like 48. He's all pissed off he didn't get...
I thought I saw a painting. And then, a few minutes later, it was gone. Now, how could that be?
I already figured it out.
No, jeez.
Because the painting that he thinks he saw was actually the reflection of the killer. And when he walked back, that reflection was no longer there. That's why he thinks the painting's
You
missing.
see him, the one in the bag, that's Giordani. Psychiatry. But he's also...
What the f*** are we watching it for?
Oh, nice shot.
Poor bird.
You
Yeah.
Man, that hurt.
It's a long pass on the right wing. Rocco centers. Ball finds Pelly's head. Go! Beautiful!
Oh, that's the best part.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was...
He's like, you have a f***ing...
That was so random.
You're running out all the hot water.
I just wanted to find out who the murderer was.
With hot water?
He grabs her and throws her in the tub.
We're looking at his eyeballs. Staring at the house. kick in any second. Just wait for it.
David, get something.
Give this guy a montage for Christ's sake. What the f?
That is awesome.
That is f***ing scary. That's creepy.
It was Herbie.
Oh!
Oh, Jesus Christ, buddy.
Leave this guy's mouth alone. Yeah, I'm a tourist.
Yeah, exactly. He's ripping it right off the... He's ripping all the friggin' masking tape off.
Yeah.
You have been watching Deep Red. It just ends like that.
He's like, why did I act in this?
Okay, and that was Deep Red, another Italian Giallo film from Dario Argento.
This was kind of the height of the Giallo era, and this is considered by most to be Argento's best Giallo, and arguably the best Giallo. He did 3 prior to this, called the Animal Trilogy. So there's The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, what was his first film, Cat o' Nine Tails, and Four Flies on Grey Velvet. And then after this, he kind of went into the more supernatural horror. I came across Dario Argento because of Suspiria, which we watched earlier on this program, and because of that, I got into Argento, and
You've been collecting a lot of his movies on Blu-ray.
as they've kind of been, it's a good time to get into Argento. They've been reissuing a lot, either through Arrow or Synapse, on high def Blu-ray. A lot of them are 4K scans, which is nice. So this has been out in the UK for a while. It just came out in North America on this limited edition box set.
Right. Arrow is a distribution company, kind of like Criterion or Scream Factory, and they're an English company, aren't they, from the UK?
Yes, and that's why a lot of them are already released in the UK. So in Deep Red, like most of his other Giallos, there is a foreign artist or musician, in this case a pianist, from England, who's in Rome, and much like all the other Giallo movies, they witness a murder and get entangled in the mystery, and for some reason they always want to solve it. They don't leave it to the police, it's up to them to figure out the killer, and it's one of those go down the rabbit hole, and there's twists and turns, and then a big shocking, this is who done it.
And the lead is played by famous English actor David Hemmings. That's a trait that Dario does, is where he'll have like either an American lead or an English.
Yep. So I was holding off to watch this with you guys, just so we can experience it together. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. Maybe my expectations were a little too high, hearing that it was like the best Giallo. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed, but I didn't think it was the best of the best for his collection.
I was terribly bored, actually. By
Yeah?
this. Yes, I. There was the scene at the end there. Just everything at the end, and the music was kind of cool, but it was just inconsistent. It was all over the place, and it was edited. The music just stopped, and all of a sudden it decides to pick up again.
The pacing was
The music
off.
didn't fit anything.
The pacing of the movie was off.
The music done by Goblin. So they always have weird soundtracks. Yeah, I guess they're kind of out of place, but it's also maybe the era, like the 70s, maybe Italian. Like it's got that.
Back then, music was not right for any movie.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This for me too was a slow go.
Yeah.
It was
Slow burn.
Yeah, it just kept dragging on, and your murders were spaced out pretty far. And honestly, I forgot what even happened in the beginning. That you need to realize it happens
Which
in the end.
was an important part.
Yeah.
To the revelation.
Like I'd already forgotten. I just remember something happening between credits, and then I was asking you during it. I couldn't remember. I lost it.
They had these moments that, they had these things that ended up meaning like what the lady wrote on the wall. We were waiting to see what she wrote on the wall.
But she never actually finished
didn't
writing.
finish
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Died
but
prior
what was
to-
the point of even wasting our time.
Yeah,
with
because that would have been...
It was, and that was it.
And that would have been cool for
And
them to figure that out.
But
right?
he acted like he's like, I figured something out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he didn't figure shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't
And then,
solve nothing.
like, the whole time, he's chopping down the drywall there to reveal a picture. For what?
Well, yeah. Well,
And
well,
then,
yeah, but
like, a
they
piece
had...
of the picture falls off when he leaves. We still don't...
Yeah, but he had to discover that because then he saw it.
In
The
the
little
little
girl
girls.
drew it, so therefore he could link it to the school and he could link it to the guy, and then so I mean that is very Giallo. It's like it's circumstantial,
Yeah.
it's coincidental. You know, you have to suspend your disbelief in that all of that would perfectly line
Yeah,
up.
but sooner or later, though, the killer eventually shows up and hunts him down anyway.
yeah,
So I feel because he goes back to the murder scene,
Right.
and the killer follows him. So
yeah, it's always like, well, they want to get to the murderer prior to the murderer getting to
right,
them.
but I feel like him discovering those clues were almost kind of irrelevant because the murderer only ends up catching up with him anyway, and by that point he doesn't figure out who it is until the last second, and he's like, and it's
Yeah.
just like.
Right, but it is a movie, so it has to
Yeah.
it's a murder mystery, and they can't just sit in a room and say, "Come get me."
Spoilers.
Spoilers. So the whole time it's this old lady, okay, but we see from a distance a slender, tall person walking, and like they're getting distance. You know what I mean? They like the person jumps out the window. All of a sudden, he runs to the window, sees he's already person's already down there, and then we reveals it's this short little lady, and it's
An
just,
older lady, yeah.
it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't seem like the kind of person that would run real fast. And
Right, but
make it-
yeah,
Jumping out of friggin' windows.
But they
and-
were paranoid schizophrenic. Maybe their other personality was a fit young
You're gonna
man.
do that. The one death scene that definitely comes to mind for me and is most memorable is that poor bastard.
Yeah, the red herring.
Yeah,
essentially.
the son of the woman who's the killer.
Oh, yeah.
Who you think at first is the killer.
He's running from the police. They're
He's-
shooting at
it
him.
looks like he's gonna confess something.
Yeah.
He runs out of the house, and completely circumstantial.
Yeah.
He gets hit by a truck.
the side of the truck.
Remember to tie up your shoelaces, kids.
This is hilarious.
If something happens, it has to make sense.
That's like the best part of the whole movie.
I got wasted.
Just a kicked right out of him.
It's instant karma. Jesus, that was unnecessary.
He wasn't the killer.
Oh no, that'd be ridiculous if that's how the killer dies.
That was like a naked gun.
When something like that happens, you address it wrapping around the person, or you
Yeah.
show a shot of it
Yeah.
happening.
It was
All of a
very-
sudden, he's just attached to
It
the.
was very dark. It was very hard to
Down the
see.
street.
I mean, it was entertaining, but it was absolutely stupid because
Well,
it
yeah.
was like a friggin' naked gun.
Yeah, we
Like,
referenced
this
that.
is not slapstick.
My father went the same way.
Oh yeah, and then her death was just I thought
far fetched. It was
stupid.
very far fetched.
His little tap on the butt.
Oh no.
All right, the necklace was just snapped.
But I
Entertained.
I love all those deaths.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're great. They're hilarious.
And
They're
it seemed like that was another trope for Argento, was to kind of top all of his deaths.
Over the
And
top,
maybe that's
yeah.
why it was getting a little crazy, because at this point he was like, okay, I'm going to start ramping this stuff up.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of control.
he likes over the top deaths.
Yeah.
Very
As we
off-brand.
saw in Suspiria.
Spirit.
All right, well, my final verdict is.
Go ahead, Craig. You do what
Oh,
you
it's
gotta do.
better luck next time. You know, it's not my favorite Dario film. There's some good deaths in it, and I like the Goblins music when it's
Appropriate.
appropriate. Even though there was a lot of times it wasn't. I mean, that's all I really got to say about it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Better luck next time.
Better luck next time.
I see your points. It was a slow burn, and again, maybe that's the atmosphere that we were in. I think I'd maybe enjoy this a little more sitting at home by myself. I'm gonna give it and maybe I'm just a little biased because of the whole Argento thing, but I'm going to give it a right on. I don't mind slow burns. I enjoy the crazy setups and the crazy deaths. This isn't, in my opinion, the definitive though. So, right on.
Like, I felt like I was like, well, obviously it's Argento, so you're always watching the same story.
Especially his Giallo.
Yeah, like I felt like I seen it before.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like after watching this one, it's probably more like on the worst side. So I'm gonna have to give it a roadkill.
You're a bastard.
Well, it's just too much build up for.
Not enough payoff.
Yeah, exactly. I was
True.
expecting a lot more in the end. Guess I'm selfish.
Guess so.
I think I might just go with Better Luck 2.5.
Okay.
Better Luck Next Time.
Yeah.
Better Luck Meh. I liked it. It wasn't bad. I'm not the best judge for Giallo films because I've only seen 3, this, Suspiria, and Phenomena. I will say this, though. On the back, it says, "You will never forget it." Pretty sure I'll forget this.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not very memorable.
I mean, I've already forgotten what happened in the beginning, like
Before the movie
during
ended.
watching it.
It is a slow burn. It's not as suspenseful as some of his others, like Suspiria. But it's a good, like, murder mystery.
And it's 1975. It's way before a lot of like slashers as we know it.
Right.
So
I think if the deaths were a little bit more subtle.
yeah, really?
Yeah, because the movie's pretty like serious and like boring, and then you have these deaths that are like Naked Gun.
Okay.
So it's almost like it's from another movie.
Yeah.
So I think if the deaths were a little bit more laid back, then the movie might be a higher rating for me.
It'd be more boring, if anything.
Yeah.
You'd have to pump up the rest of it.
I'd have like I love his movies just because I know crazy deaths are right around the corner.
It was all right. It could have been a lot worse. I've seen worse, but
Especially on this program.
yeah. So it's just a better luck at 2.5.
Okay.
Final-
Final verdict is probably like Better Luck Next Time Meh or Better Luck Meh. Better Luck
Okay,
Meh,
so
Meh.
Deep Red, Better Luck and a half.
Yeah. Quickly, we're going to talk about the releases. This is an Arrow release. This is a nice limited edition box set. Comes with a nice booklet in it here, a double-sided poster, reversible sleeve, plus some postcards. 2-disc set. This includes a second disc, which is a limited edition exclusive only, which is the U.S. version, is what we watched. And then it has the disc 1 version, which includes some scenes that weren't included on the U.S. release, but only shot in Italian. If you like these, Argento and Giallo, even though these guys didn't, Arrow, among other distribution companies, has some great releases outside of Deep Red. They also have Bird with Crystal Plumage, which is Dario Argento's first film, and its sequel, Cat o' Nine Tails. Hopefully they release more items from his catalog for all of us to enjoy. I've been Tattersall. These guys are idiots. See you later.
That was another edition of Roadkill Reviews.
And I'm going to New Zealand.
Who cares? We'll see you on the next one. Bye.